All right, so remember that on a previous class we were reviewing about comparative adjectives, right?
Yes.
And we did the practices related to this.
Yes, in Kahoot.
Okay, and we didn't do this, right?
Yes.
Oh, we also did this. Okay, and let's. And we also did the practice.
Yes, also.
Mhm. Let's move on here then. Well, also to express similarities and differences, we can use this pattern as, and well, in between the pattern, we can have this. We can have an adjective or we can have an adverb. Here we have the example. The boots and shoes are size 11. The boots are as large as the shoes. Here, the chef cuts the onion as finely as he can. Adverb, adjective, right? So using the pattern as we can use adverbs and adjectives as well in between. And well, we have been reviewing about this before here using adjectives and well, here we can also see that we also can use an adverb. So well, let's please work on the practice. If you don't have any doubts or questions,
Not for now.
mm, doing that this is because it is very important to look at the talking here. We can also use nouns using the pattern here. Houses have just as many rooms as apartments. As you can see, in between the pattern as, we can also use nouns. Apartments don't have as much privacy as houses. Now, it doesn't have as many bedrooms as the last apartment. Now, it has just as many bedrooms as the last apartment. Nouns. So in this pattern, we can include nouns, we can include adverb, we can include an adjective, and yes, this is the use of the pattern as, right? So adjectives, adverbs, and nouns. Okay. Now, that being said, please, now you can work on the practice. Let me know when you are done, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sale expirado means.
I'm sorry, please give me 1 second. I just checked. All right, there you go. Please work on this practice
Okay.
and let me know when you are done. Thank you.
I'm finished this.
Great, and how did you do on this first practice?
Better.
Okay, let's please work on this one too, please.
I'm finished, Miss.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
6 of 10.
All right. So, well, is there a doubt or a question that you may have about using or making comparisons with nouns, adjectives, and adverbs?
Yes, in one of the practice of Kahoot say um, it's a comparison that said not many women. The sentence said many women are kind um, as mm, men, and the correct answer said many men aren't as kind as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
You were only
it's
using
a
one as, right?
yes, but it's a comparative answer, and I don't understand why they use aren't.
Oh, you don't understand what they were saying don't because, well, you can use affirmative or negative auxiliaries, like in this example. Affirmatives don't. No, it doesn't. Depending on the context, you can use either comparative auxiliaries, sorry, affirmative auxiliaries or negative auxiliaries. Like here we are using an affirmative, no, has. And here we are using doesn't. Here don't and here have. Depending on the context, maybe it mentioned a little bit something extra.
Um,
So in the sentence, maybe it said that they aren't as polite as men, no, because there is this difference.
okay.
Yes, and also you can use even one. And this pattern, as, is not the only words to compare, and this is what we are going to see now. We can also use the like as a preposition and
Okay.
only as. And this is the other thing that we are going to be seeing. You can use only one as and all the verb, like in this case, this verb is going to be acting like a preposition to express comparison. Here we have. Whenever we are going to be using the verb like to compare, we are going to follow this structure. Verb followed by like, followed by a noun or a pronoun, depending on the statement. Here, he speaks like a native speaker. Like is being used as a preposition and in the comparative form. Here, this is the verb. Listen. He speaks like a native speaker. That means that his speaking is great. She looks like a supermodel. So maybe she is very thin and looks like a model. He is like a younger brother who has known me all my life. He acts more like a brother than a friend. My friend is like me. He seems smart like a fox. So like means same form, appearance, kind, character, and is followed by a noun or a noun phrase. The verb is often static, such as be, seems, looks, and act. So this means that in these sentences, the verb doesn't mean, uh, doesn't have the meaning of like, ¿no? En este caso explica que el verbo like en las oraciones, cuando estamos utilizando en su forma comparativa, no va a significar gustar, ¿no? Va a significar de la misma manera que expresar una apariencia, una manera, un carácter, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces es por esta razón que el verbo se está usando aquí, este verbo like, como preposición y tendría todos estos significados, ¿no? Que ya hemos mencionado. No va a significar gustar, ¿no? En este caso, esta palabra, que es el verbo, ¿no? Like, no está funcionando como verbo de la acción, porque sabemos aquí en las oraciones que tenemos ya el verbo, ¿no? Cada oración tiene su propio verbo. Y like está siguiendo, ¿no? El, el verbo, la acción en la oración. Whereas here, y aquí, es algo que mencionaba anteriormente, también el patrón no tiene que ser simplemente as. Puede ser simplemente un as seguido del sujeto y el verbo. For example, as followed by subject and verb. Nobody sings as she does. They went to the party as they were. It is, it is as if he has known me all my life. He acts more as a brother would act. My friend thinks as I do, and he is as smart as a fox. So in this one, we are using no, as with an adjective. So as means in the manner, and it's followed by a clause. So subject plus a verb. Cuando solo utilizamos uno, ¿no? Del patrón, vamos a darnos cuenta que siempre va a estar seguido de un sujeto y un verbo, ¿no? Un sujeto y un verbo. Un sujeto y un verbo. ¿Sí? Here. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Okay? And this is the other way to use comparisons. Using like and only one as. So is there a doubt or a question that you may have about this?
Not for now.
All right, well, I think now we can work on the practice. But first, let's over here. We can use one example. And well, now I think it's clear, right? Ahora creo que ya con este último uso hemos aclarado las dudas, ¿verdad? Tu anterior duda de la pregunta que me hiciste.
Sí. Yes,
Yes?
miss.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I think we did the practice already. There you go, please. And on this
Okay,
practice,
thank you.
we're going to review the use of the pattern as and some nouns, comparative, adjectives.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm finished, miss.
Great. And how did you do on this last practice about comparatives?
I fail in the order of same some.
Okay, all right. But overall, is there a doubt or a question that you may have about the use of like or this as or the pattern?
When we are comparing sentences, and the order of some words, it's important, because when we say we are comparing two words.
Yes. We are comparing two nouns, right? For
Yes.
example, in this case, boots and shoes. Yes. Whenever we are going to be using as, we have to be comparing two things, no? One thing here and another one here. Like comparative adjectives, no? With comparative adjectives, we compare one thing here with one thing here. But in this case, whenever you are using here, the comparisons word with like and as, only one, no need for using two. So here you're saying, oh, nobody sings as she does. Nadie canta como ella lo hace. ¿No? And here with like also. He speaks like a native speaker. Él habla como un nativo. ¿No? Nativo blanco. Ujú. And well, any other doubt or question that you may have?
No, miss, thank you.
Okay. Remember now that whenever you're making comparisons, you have to be talking about two things. Y siempre que hacemos comparaciones, nos referimos a dos objetos, dos personas, dos caracteres, dos apariencias, dos maneras de hacer algo, dos todo, ¿no? Comparamos. Okay, two. All right, let's please move on to the next part. And well, we are going to start with this unit number 3. And well, vocabulary in this unit is going to be related to landscapes. Well, all of the pictures that you see here are landscapes. Okay. So let's please begin with the first one. Do you know what is the meaning of cliff?
No, like a beach, como un
Yes,
acantilado.
exactly. Yes, es un acantilado, ¿no? Here, the next one, the coast.
eh, em, la costa,
Yes, correct. Forest,
bosque,
desert,
desierto,
beach,
playa,
hill,
montañas
yes, o con
o
las
colina,
colinas, island,
islas,
jungle,
jungla,
path,
no, sendero,
yes, the road,
carretera,
and here, dome,
como
la represa, ¿no?
represa,
Farmland,
granja,
city,
ciudad,
river,
río,
bridge,
Puente.
The middle.
Pradera.
Uh, yes. Bay.
No.
La bahía.
Ok.
Park.
Parque.
Volcano.
Volcán.
Pond.
Fuente.
And we also have these words. Mountain, ocean, and lake. All right. Well, let's please review on pronunciation. Let's start please here.
Cliff. Coast. Forest. Desert. Beach. Hill. Island. Jungle. Path. Road. Dam. Farmland. City. River. Bridge. Meadow. Bay. Park. Volcano. Pond. Mountain. Ocean. Lake.
Perfect. All right. Well, now, if you don't have any doubts or questions, we can begin with the practices. No doubts?
No.
This is the first practice. Please reconnect, and we will do the second one. We have different words on each and one of the practices, right? That's why you're going to do two.
Okay.
Work on them and let me know when you finish. Thank you.
I'm finished, Miss.
Great. And how did you do on this practice? These two
Mm,
practices?
great. I just forget the put bridge.
Okay. All right. But no other further question, right? With vocabulary.
Not for now.
Okay, very good. Let's please move on then with grammar. What are you going to be reviewing on grammar in this unit? Well, you are going to be reviewing superlative adjectives now. We already talked about comparatives. Now we are going to be talking about superlatives. Well, and here we have the chart. So this is the way how the adjectives are going to change to their superlative form. One syllable, and we are going to be adding est to all of the adjectives. Okay. Slow, the slowest. Fast, the fastest. Cheap, the cheapest. Clear, the clearest. Loud, the loudest, and so on. All right. And here in the second part, one syllable adjectives that end in E, we just need to add st. So large, largest, wide, widest, wise, wisest, and nice, nicest. One syllable adjectives ending in a vowel and a consonant. We double the consonant. So big, the biggest, fat, the fattest, fit, the fittest, right? Here. Adjectives, two syllable adjectives that not ending in Y, O, W, L, E, E, R. We just need to add most, this word, most, and the adjective. Polite, the most polite. Helpful, the most helpful. Useful, the most useful. Obscure, the most obscure. Here, two syllable adjectives ending in Y. We eliminate Y and add IEST. Hungry, hungriest. Happy, the happiest. Pretty, the prettiest. Heavy, the heaviest. Angry, the angriest. Dirty, the dirtiest. Funny, the funniest. Two syllable adjectives ending in OW. We have to add EST. Narrow, the narrowest. Shallow, the shallowest. Ending in LE, we just need to add ST. Humble, the humblest. Gentle, the gentlest. And adjectives that end in ER, we have to add EST. Clever, the cleverest. And here, three syllables or more, only adding the word most before the adjective. The most beautiful, the most comfortable, the most difficult, the most dangerous, the most expensive, the most popular, the most complicated, and the most confident. And the exceptions are these ones. From good is going to be changing to the best, bad, the worst, far, the farthest, little, the least, and much or many, the most. Right? It's very important to remember this part, no? The exceptions, because we know three syllable adjectives just end most, at most. And then all of the two syllable adjectives that end in OW, LE, and ER, just add EST. The rest, Y, IEST. And then the other ones, just add most, the same. And this is a complete list on adjectives and their superlative form, okay? It is very important to remember also that you are using the article de, indefinite article de. And well, yes, and the structure is going to be similar, all right? So we are going to have a subject, for example. Let's see. The exam was the most difficult that we took. so far. So basically, whenever you're going to be using superlative adjectives, you are going to be referring to one thing among the rest. Utilizando los adjetivos superlativos nos estamos refiriendo a una cosa entre las demás, ¿no? For example, she is the tallest. Ella es la persona más alta, ¿no? She is the tallest in the classroom. Okay. The elephant is the heaviest animal. All right, so we are referring to one thing among the rest. Nos estamos refiriendo a una cosa entre las demás. All right? And well, I think we are not going to have time for the practice, but we are going to stop here. And on Friday, we are going to be reviewing a little bit more about the structure because it can be used in the present or in the past. And then we are going to be working on the two practices, okay? Superlative and comparative and superlative too.
Okay.
Right?
Miss, estaba revisando la plataforma del Pearson y dice que no va a estar disponible por unos días mientras estén haciendo un mantenimiento de la plataforma.
Oh, really? Okay.
Eso me
Well,
salió en la página, pero no ahora, ¿no? Está programada esa.
sí,
Sí.
mayormente hacen los mantenimientos durante las noches, ¿no? Durante toda una noche, a veces. O a veces simplemente solo es una hora o 3 horas, 4 horas. Entonces, trata de ingresar nomás. En caso de que cuando tú ingreses no esté funcionando, me avises por favor para ver la manera de extender las fechas, ¿de acuerdo?
Ya, está bien.
Wow, yo la usé hasta las 12:30 y estaba mal. En la tarde también. ¿Ok?
Ok, Miss.
Tratan de hacer mantenimientos de la plataforma durante la noche, ¿no? A partir de la 1. Sin embargo, si alguno de estos días tuvieras alguna dificultad, por favor me avisas para que de esa manera yo pueda extender, ¿no? Podamos ver la manera de solucionar esto.
Lo que pasa es que casi siempre yo trato de hacer las tareas en la noche porque es el único horario que puedo. Pero le aviso. Cualquier cambio yo
Claro,
le aviso.
sí, por favor, y así actualizamos las fechas, no hay ningún problema. ¿Sabes?
Y otra cosa, por si acaso sigue en la plataforma donde yo accedo, está nuevamente del estudiante Juan Zuleta. Igual sigue, no ha habido ningún cambio.
Bueno, le voy a hacer recuerdo a Lourdes nuevamente por favor, para que vea ese tema y para que pueda eliminar este.
Ok,
Sí,
Miss.
a veces es un poco confuso, ¿no? Ver, claro que sí, no hay ningún problema. Yo le aviso a Lourdes.
Está bien, gracias, Miss.
Bien, muchas gracias y nos ya viernes. Entonces,
Hasta el
estaría
viernes.
también el quiz y podríamos iniciar ya con la unidad 3. Sin embargo, podrías trabajar no solo en la pronunciación, vocabulario, nada más.
Ok, Miss.
Perfect. Well, see
Thank
you on
you.
Friday. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.